You see, even though we, of course, we can't cry uhuru right now or something, you know, do we have more confidence from investors, you know?
Yes, it's a very good question, because lost in all that data that came out, and I like to remind people, is that foreign direct investment grew by 30% last quarter. A 30% growth in foreign direct investment is a sign of confidence. Increases in investment means that people are going to put money into business activities. That translates into jobs. That translates into demand for raw materials. That translates into demand for machinery. So, by and large, one of the critical indicators of whether you are on the upward swing is indeed whether people are investing. Yes. Even portfolio investments in the stock market has been doing very well. Even that is a sign of confidence. It's usually a leading indicator of an economy that companies are beginning to do better. People are beginning to expect that companies will do well and the prices of their shares will rise. Similarly, the purchasing managers' indices that we've seen over the past 5 months have been in positive territory. And these indices were some of the indices that fell also when the recession was coming. Yes. And now they're back in positive territory. So by and large, even though we are almost at the end of the third quarter, most of the leading indicators are showing us that that process will indeed be deepened and continued. Of course, I did not tell you about the massive investments in agriculture that people are making. When the harvest season comes, I think we will get quite a bit of increased output, and a lot of effort has gone into that. The Presidential Fertilizer Initiative has not only revived the fertilizer plants along with the jobs that it brings, but that also meant that farmers were able to get fertilizer at less than 30% of market price, and were able to take that into consideration when planting. Again, to use a tired example, it's like a construction site. You will see a lot of activity going on, but you will not see the final architectural beauty of a place until it's all put together. But I want to stress that that is not a short-term project, it's a long-term project. But as we move on that, we must try to improve the welfare of our people, which is why government has this social investment program, which is why government is saying, while we are trying to build this thing, people need some succor. So let's do the Empower, 200,000 young graduates, another 300,000 coming on board. Let's do the conditional cash transfers, the very poor who just need some money to be able to get by. Let's augment their income. Let's do the Jeep. Let's help the market women, the businessmen, the traders in the small scale. Let's give them 50,000 to 100,000 naira to help them run their business. And what of the homegrown school feeding program, where we try to prepare our young children for the future by making sure that they're well nourished, they're not stunted, they pay attention in class, but also having the advantage of a value chain whereby the farmer who produces right through the people who process the original raw materials, to the people who transport it, to the people who cook food for the children, people who have packaging, who do all that. By and large, so there'll be some succor. Part of the social investment program is the social housing program, whereby government is trying to build 100,000 houses in pretty short order.
Let's look at comments now by the Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, who talked about target of 2.5% growth rate by 2018. Is this feasible?
Very, absolutely. If you look at the figure last year, third quarter last year, it was minus 2.2. We're around at 0.55. So in absolute terms, we've done 2.75 in 1 year. So it shouldn't be possible, it shouldn't be difficult to add another 2% to that 0.55 that we've achieved already, especially now that you're facing the right direction. And it's more of a question of now ramping up all those efforts. And when all those investments begin to bear fruit, I'm pretty confident that that is a very doable, if not even surpassable level of growth.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Adeyemi Dipeolu. Thank you for coming on Dateline Abuja.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time. Well, thank you for your mails as always. Keep sending in your views and comments using the email address and Twitter handle on your screen. Also be sure to share anything happening within your locality. And don't you forget, you can view the program on youtube.com/channelsweb/videos. Thank you for watching this week. I'm Gloria Umezuki. See you again.